We live.
So you're gonna be able to hear you, and I'm gonna be able to. You're also gonna be able to hear me through the headphones.
I got you.
Oh, hold on.
Damn, I feel so official with this shit. Like, damn.
It feels nice, don't it?
It feels nice as hell. Like, welcome back to channel, 106 in Park.
It said 106 in Park.
I was just thinking about a random ass number.
To be honest with you, I don't even know what episode this is.
You just been recording these bitches. You's like, damn, I forgot after episode 2.
Shit. It was hella numbers. Oh, 17. 17, right? Yeah, 17.
Good shit.
7, my favorite number 2.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, this is meant to happen. I love that hoodie, by the way.
Thank you.
For the longest time, I've always been wanting to get a Chance hoodie, and yeah. So
Chance is my guy, man.
Chance is my guy too.
Yo,
Recent Chance, it's just
yeah.
It's just a lot of talks about recent Chance, but I definitely like acid rap Chance, even coloring book Chance.
Coloring book Chance might be it varies between acid rap and coloring book for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love coloring book Chance. In fact, he just came out with a movie.
Yeah, the Magnificent. Yeah.
Yup. Just went to the movies to see it. That joint was crazy.
It's crazy.
That joint was crazy.
I was thinking about going to actually see it and shit like that, but I wasn't sure yet.
You gotta go see it.
I
actually think this weekend is the last weekend to see.
I might do that.
You gotta tap in.
I had to tap in. And it's crazy. I got literally a month ago. I got an acid rap vinyl.
Ooh, what's the crazy thing?
What's up?
I got an acid rap vinyl as well.
For real?
Yeah. That shit is hard. That shit is hard.
That shit's tough. You feel me? But I digress. Go ahead, do your thing.
I don't even got a vinyl or a record player.
You just have it.
I won it. It was through Twitter or some shit, and some girl was like, "Yeah, I'm giving away acid rap vinyl." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Word." I was like, "Say less."
Damn. For the longest time, because I collect a lot of records and shit like that, and if it's a album or a mixtape that I really enjoyed or I can listen from front to back, I had to get on vinyl.
Smart.
I got 2014 Forest Hills Drive to Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, amazing. Good Kid, Mad City. A whole bunch of shit. I got a whole bunch, but it's a whole bunch. I've been kind of slacking with it, but
I got you.
So acid rap was kind of one of my new additions to it.
Now you picking back up.
Picking back up, man. Had to.
Yes, sir. Now let me do my little
intro.
Intro.
I digress. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody at home.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to Talks with Ken, episode number 17. I'm here today with my guy, Quantre Johnson.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot. There we go. There we go. I'm here with my guy, Quantre Johnson.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you having me on here, man.
It needed to happen.
It needed to.
It was like you had your random thoughts going on. I had talks with Ken. It was only a matter of time until they collabed.
I had to collab for sure.
You want to know how I found out about random thoughts?
How you found out?
I was in the dentist in New York, right? And I'm sitting there. And I was like, damn, I need something to pass the time. So I'm sitting there scrolling on Instagram. And I see you uploaded something. I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, let me check it out. Bro, I can't even remember what the episode was. I just remember I was sitting there dying. My stepdad is looking at me like, what the fuck is going on over there? Shit had me rolling. Had me rolling.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. It's crazy. I don't even consider myself funny.
Really?
For real. I generally, I tell this to everybody I know. I generally don't consider myself funny. All these random thoughts with Quantre, everything is out of boredom. Just thoughts. I just be you know what I mean? Or cause I sometimes I don't take myself serious. So
True.
And I'll say some shit and then motherfuckers like, oh, you so serious. I'm kind of serious.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. You feel me?
That shit is hilarious.
Thank you.
That shit is hilarious. What inspired you to do it?
The whole story behind that. So basically, boom. So it was one night. I was late as fuck. I got a terrible ass sleep schedule, by the way. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it was one night. Sometimes I post random shit, on my Instagram and shit like that. And it was that one night when I was just saying random shit. I think I was talking about how the concept of the zoo is so fucked up. Cause think about it, right? As a kid, we seen zoo and we all going on field trips and then we see zoo animals oh shit, look at that lion or look at this gorilla, whatever, right?
Right.
But as an adult, right? You think about the concept of imprisoned animals.
Oh shit!
In one spot, right, out of their habitats and shit like that, looking sad as fuck, and we thinking oh, look at them, they just chilling. No, they really depressed because they can't see their family. and then you smelling shit throughout the whole fucking day.
It smell horrible.
It's like not one person can say like, oh yeah, like no, like think about it now, like the zoo is terrible.
Yeah, now I think about it, the zoo is kind of fucked up. Like just imagine being say you're a fucking gorilla, right? And you just out there in the wild chilling, you and your nigga Tarzan or whatever, and you just chilling, eating bananas and shit, and next thing you know, boom, you got a tranquilizer dart into your ass. And you close your eyes and you open them back up, and now you in a cage.
In New York.
Yeah.
Don't even know where the fuck going on. See a whole bunch of new gorilla niggas and shit like that.
Exactly.
They got they clique over there. You just like a new nigga, you feel me? Don't even know where the fuck, so. But not, so. You see how like random
it's random as fuck.
Yeah, it's random as fuck. So then I was just saying like other shit, and then towards the end of it, because I was just like, you know what, let me do the little thing. So I was just like, well, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Random Thoughts with Quantre,
right?
Whatever, right? And tune in every night. And I don't know why I was just like, oh, like only on Adult Swim every night at midnight or some shit right there, right? And then the next night, right, I was up with my friend Dylan. Shout out to Dylan Lopez if you watching this.
Shout out Dylan.
So we was up, right, watching the new iCarly and shit like that, and I was just like, it's midnight, so
wait, I'm sorry. The new iCarly is funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
It threw me off. Like, did you see the one where they was talking about the threesome and shit like that?
Yeah,
that was kind of
that shit was hilarious. And then when Spencer set up Freddie with a porn star.
That was the sex worker. It's sex worker. You feel me? Yeah. So then that night, I was just fucking with him and shit like that. I was like, "What's up, Dylan?" Like I was just like pointing the camera at him and just like flashing on him and shit like that. And then like he was like, he was just so annoyed, but he was good with it. But then I did it for another night, for third night, just start saying random stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was one night. It was like the fourth night I didn't do it, and then the next morning, somebody texted me saying like 2-3 people was like, what happened?
Right.
I was like, what you mean what happened last night? Like, and it was like the show. I'm like, are you serious? Like literally, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I know motherfuckers skip my story. Like it's no doubt about it. Cause like if you seen like fucking 14
stats out there back to back. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I already knew like only a couple people actually used to see that shit. But it was motherfuckers that watched. So I was like, okay. So then I was doing it for like a good 2-3 weeks. And then I started getting friends, right? Mm-hmm. Who has like clothing brands and shit like that. And he was like, hey, and then another thing is towards the end of like my videos, I started doing this thing where I was like, oh, this episode is sponsored by like fucking,
I peeped that.
Like this episode is sponsored by a hat. Get you a hat. You need to cover your head or some shit. I just say like grab a random item around me at the time. And then one of my friends who has a clothing brand was like, hey bro, I want you to put me on your story and we can, I want you to sponsor this. And then, because I really fuck with it. I was just like, damn, niggas really fucking this. You feel me? Like, I'm just fucking around. You feel me? Like, this is nothing too crazy. So then another friend hit me up saying the same shit, clothing brand and all. He was like, I want you to, I'm like, damn. I was like, I can't like do this on my story. I was just like, if I'm going to do it, I got to do it. Like, you know what I mean? I got to take it to another level. So it was one night, right? Well, it was a Saturday. And I was sitting there. I was like, damn, all right. So at the drop of the dime, I was just like, let me just say, like, I got canceled by Adult Swim on my story, right?
Canceled by Adult Swim.
Because I was still with Adult Swim, supposedly, or whatever, right? And then, and I posted on my story, and then it's like, oh, yeah, I understand stuff like that. And then, like, that night, I recorded the very first episode on IGTV for Random Thoughts with Quantre Johnson, and then rest is history. And then motherfuckers started seeing that shit.
It shit started going up and up and up.
Up. And then, like, it's crazy to me because I never really expected this shit. Like, because, like, for the longest time, people always told me I was funny. Always told me, like, oh, why don't you got a YouTube channel? Or, like, why you don't do TikTok? Or all this stuff. And then I told people, like, it's not my, like, I don't like following trends. You feel me? I don't like, like, if somebody doing it, I have to do it. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I like doing my own thing. You know what I mean? I just like, nothing wrong towards anybody that's doing it and everything like that. But it's just a matter of consistency. And you have to, I feel as though if somebody tell me to do it, for one, I don't feel like doing it because I'm like,
it's just not, it's not what you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, and it's not genuine. And that's the thing, like, some people, some people are actually genuine towards their craft and stuff like that. And I respect, like with you, you got you got a whole fucking logo and shit like that. Talk with Kid,
little logo and shit.
And I appreciate motherfuckers who actually do that. And like, but you have some motherfuckers like, hey, welcome to my YouTube, and then like post it don't even post shit. Like, it'd be like another 6 months when they post and shit like that.
My thing is, I feel like if you're gonna attempt to do something, you should give it 110% of effort. Like my podcast, I did not expect it to be shot in a fucking studio or nothing. Was sitting in my room one day and was like, I like to talk a lot, and I just like to talk about shit that I just like to talk, period. Right. So I bought a mic off of Amazon and I started recording, and then I found out about the studio, came to the studio, and then it just started turning into something larger. Now I got a fucking logo and stickers and shit.
Yeah, you doing your thing, man, and I'm proud of you for that. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that, man.
No problem, man. And like, so it was just more so like I was just like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna make it genuine, and I want to be different, right? Because like IGTV, where I'd like post all my videos and stuff like that, people can come back to it and everything like that, and it's so easy for people to share. Like, for example, right, when you have like a YouTube or whatever, right, what's the one thing you always got to do if you see like somebody say, oh, look at my new YouTube channel, and
link in bio,
then you gotta get a link, and then be another link, link.
Yep.
Like, people gonna get tired.
Yeah, exactly.
But with IGTV, right, I learned this from my boss and shit like that. Like, like when I was working at a real estate agency and stuff, he taught me a lot about marketing and digital marketing, social media and stuff like that. And I learned a lot from that. And I was just like, all right, if I'm gonna do it, like, I'll post it on IGTV, because like all you have to do is push the fucking share button, post it on your story. Simple. Play the first
right there.
Play the first 15 seconds and catch people's eyes. Like with like if you notice in every episode, like I do is like literally, kind of like how you say,
it's like a hook in the beginning.
Yeah, like the hook, like the clickbait, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like, and you be seeing like with the like the fucking and that's, I do it on purpose, or like I do it like in the middle of the, whatever, the climax of the show.
Right.
Be like, oh shit, how the fuck he fall off the table and shit like that. Like,
I remember that shit.
Yeah. And I actually fell off.
Did it hurt?
It kind of did. But like, cause it literally was a lot, and I posted it like, the one I was like, oh, how Mondays be hitting, and I fell on that table. Yeah, that was that episode.
Oh damn.
Yeah, cause my friend was recording and shit like that. But anyway, so I was like, yeah. So then like, did that, and then I was like, Dylan, my friend, and then Rick, aka Brick, my number one security guard, who's also shitty at the same time. We was just, so Dylan was like, he played a big part in that too, and then like my friend Naya, who was was a big part of it too, because they was like kind of like my writers. They was just throwing ideas and shit like that, like for a lot of episodes, and I give lots of shout outs to them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was just, it was very, it's just not me. I don't like to take credit for, even if it's just me, like, I'd like to give credit to the people who helped me get to where I'm at now.
Understandable.
And with the first interview I did with Dylan, it was just like, oh, I want to have a security guard, right? And then like it was just like the whole thing, whatever, right? And it like, remind you, none of this, like everything that's on Random Thoughts is improvised. Like none of it's scripted.
None of it's scripted at all.
None of it.
Oh my god,
for real. And then like, if anything, we'll have like an endpoint, or like, all right, how do we want to end this episode, right? So like throughout when we were recording and stuff like that, which takes like 15 to 20 minutes, whatever, it's like literally us improvising, and then like we'll be like throughout the video be like, oh, what if we do this, and or this, that, and third, like, and I tell like every person that's on my show, like, be yourself, like don't
right.
You know what I mean, don't hold back, if you have an idea, like tell me, you know what I mean, like, and that's how everything gets started. So that's the show.
Have you ever thought about writing, like TV writing?
Yes, that's one of my things. Like I'm going to school for that.
Gotcha.
My major's in video and film production, because growing up I always had a love for movies, television, everything like that, and I want to be a director, writer, producer, and that's my main thing. And the one thing that's shitty is just like catching writer's block.
Yeah,
like, and it's crazy, and it's just like with me, if I have an idea, I have to do it like right there and then. You know what I mean? Because then like if it's like a project that's like oh, you know, like story and stuff like that. Because I love storylines, and I had to be 110% towards that. Because over time, I'm like, damn, like, you know what I mean? It's not like how I like had that same energy when I first started it, like a week ago.
Gotcha.
So if I start something, then I usually have to finish it either that day or the next day or that week, because, you know, I got to keep that energy. You got to put every energy, anything that you, and just like in life, you got to put anything that you start, you have to put that same energy, because then it's like,
if you slack off a little bit, then it's just not going to be the same as what you first idealized it to be.
Exactly. And sometimes like the best shit that you get out is last minute too. Like if you
absolutely,
like definitely with deadlines and like with random thoughts. Like sometimes I like edit it the day before.
Oh yeah,
or that day when I'm supposed to. Literally,
I know the pain, man.
Literally, because it's like I love editing. Don't get me wrong, but I hate it at the same time. Like Adobe Premiere is a pain in the.
It's a bitch. It's a bitch for real.
Yeah, and then like it's just be like for example, like say for example, you recorded this like, you know, for like this week, but then you want to post it next week. But, okay, I got this time, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know, kind of like an essay, you know, like at school. And then like, you know, Monday hits, but okay, I'll start tomorrow. 2 days go by, I'll be like, damn, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Someday I still got time. And then day up, like, fuck, I gotta start. I gotta start.
That deadline be creeping up.
It be creeping up like a motherfucker. And then Adobe is just like, you know what I mean? I like, if anything, I'll just import it in there and stuff like that. But yeah, all this shit, like some, like the past like 2-3 episodes I've been doing it. But it came out good episodes though.
They're really great. Like I look at them and I'm like, man, I feel like if this gets like a bigger audience, this shit will blow up. Cause I see a lot of like comedians and shit on Instagram, and a lot of the shit is corny. A lot of the stuff I see on Instagram is just corny comedy. It's like somebody and like some random IG model who's not funny at all trying to come together, and it's like that shit is horrible.
It's just for clout.
Literally just for clout. But I watch your shit and I'm genuinely sitting there laughing,
because it's like the purpose is it's supposed to be corny.
Yeah.
Like literally that's my intention. Is like if I'm just like hey, welcome back to the Random Thoughts of Quantre, that movie Quantre. Like literally that's just like my personality on times fucking 15. You feel me? And then like like with me, like when I'm on anybody that knows me, like they know I can be corny. I'll be like whatever. And I just have like that corny, like that dad laugh, or like, you know what I mean, or just multiple laughs and shit like that. And that's me. I just like being corny, and you know what I mean. But people know that's just my personality. I'm just like, you know what I mean. If I'm trying to tell a joke, I won't, like, you know, it won't be awkward. It'll be awkward, but it'd be like, yeah, it'd be
funny awkward.
Funny awkward.
Kind of like
The Office.
I was just about to say The Office, like a dry humor.
It's kind of like that.
Got you. Quantre, can I tell you something?
What's up?
It came to my memory yesterday because I remember we were supposed to record yesterday, but somebody was using the studio.
Yeah.
I'm walking in Walmart, right? And I don't know how it came to my head, popped in my head. I was trying to figure out when the first time I've ever met you was, right? And I think it was at Nate's party. Oh, that was the first time I met you.
Wait. The part 1 or part 2?
Part 1.
Part 1?
Part 1.
I was fucked up part 1.
You were completely fucked up part 1. But that wasn't the first time I met you. It clicked in my head. You worked at Domino's before, right?
Yes.
You delivered a pizza to my house before.
I have?
Yeah.
Damn. I deliver a lot of motherfucking pizzas. Bro, I promise you, like, when I was working at Domino's, I was only, shout out to Domino's, shit like that.
Shout out Domino's. My brother works at Domino's.
For real? Which one?
He works one up in PA. He's like up there and like, not like general manager, but I think like somewhere between general manager and like something up there. I don't know.
Damn, who's your brother?
Tony.
I thought I probably know him.
Nah, he doesn't work at anyone around here.
I feel. But anyway, yeah, when I was working there, I was in high school, senior year, and then I was working 6 days out the week.
Damn.
And I was working another job too.
Damn.
Cause I'm a workaholic.
Right.
That's me. I just like to work. Like not just like, oh, I'm struggling. Nah, I just like to work. Always keep myself busy. But yeah, I probably have delivered. Like it's probably like, I think I do.
I don't remember how I remember it. I just remember walking in Walmart and I was like, yo. I was like, I swear I think what happened was your name seemed unfamiliar, right?
Right.
And I think on the it said like Quantre's coming to deliver your pizza or some shit like that. I was like, Quantre or whatever.
Yeah,
and you came and I was like, yo. I'm like, that's a young black dude. I'm like, that's different.
Of course.
Yeah.
What do you expect a white man just call like, hey, my name is Quantre? Yeah.
I could not imagine a white guy named Quantre.
Shit. I met a white guy that was named fuck, what was his name? Ah, shit. It was like a black ass name.
Devon.
I think it was Devon.
Really?
I think so. Or it was something that threw me off. And I was like, what the fuck? But yeah. No, Darius.
A white guy named Darius?
Yes, I met a white guy named Darius.
I have to see it to believe it.
Shit.
I have to see it to believe it.
I've seen a lot of shit delivering shit like that. But yeah, man, that's probably you probably have seen me like.
That was the first time I've encountered you. The first time I actually met you had to be at the part 2.
Part 2, like, because I remember part 2.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was
shout out to Lucas.
Shout out to my brother Lucas. Much love to you, Luke.
Much love to you, Lucas.
Always love. Look, I was not expecting it to be as big as it was. Like, we were talking about it before it happened, right? I'm like, the party's gonna be big, but like, I don't know. He was asking me how many heads I was estimating. I was like, bro, to be honest, I didn't really invite too many people. I invited a couple of heads. Right. And then he was like, maybe like 30 or 40, 30 or 40. I was like, I don't know. He was like, you really think I'm gonna have all those people over here? I said, you never know. And then Victoria had invited her peoples too. Right. And they came and one was talking to her and she was like, this party's not gonna be like 50 people like he's saying it is. There's gonna be a lot more. And I was like, yo, the shit's gonna be packed. I was like, I feel like this shit is gonna be packed.
And then I came along.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Quantre, you got a lot of fucking energy. That's what I realized. You have a lot of fucking energy.
People always ask me if I do like crack or meth or something like that before I go to parties.
Damn, you look like you just shotgun 3 Red Bulls before you walk in the door.
I don't. I drink Red Bulls, but not recently, but the past couple parties I haven't really drunk Red Bulls or anything like that. Like, it's just maximum effort. Like, I don't know, like, because for me, like, the whole concept with me and parties, like, when I was in high school, I hated high school parties. I only been to one high school party because, for one, I didn't really like the high school drama and shit like that. That was one thing. And for 2, I went to this one high school party, and it was so dry. And at that time, I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Oh, man.
So, yeah, a whole bunch of stories with Chuck E. Cheese. Shout out to Chuck E. Cheese, too. I'm shouting a lot of fucking jobs. But, shit, they should pay me.
They should pay you. Sponsor you.
Hey.
This episode is sponsored by Chuck E. Cheese Pizza. It's the greatest shit on earth.
That shit was fire. That shit is fire. But, yeah, so, what really got me into the party and shit like that was when I was working at Chuck E. Cheese, which is crazy. When I was hanging out with my work friends and shit like that, and then like we had our little gets-togethers and shit like that, and that's when I first started like, experiencing that. That was like my junior year or whatever, and then like I started filling in, you know what I mean, and like when I'm like at like, cause like me with parties, it's like the whole concept of parties is just like if you're going to be at a party, you finna do something.
You got a party.
Yeah. Or like at least if you like one of the chills motherfuckers, like at least like rock with it, or you know what I mean.
I hate those people that go to parties and just ride the wall. Yeah. Like what's the point of going? At that point, you might as well just stay home. If you're just gonna stand there with your cup and you're just gonna post it up against the wall talking about something.
Nothing worse than the motherfuckers that be sitting down.
Oh yeah,
those motherfuckers, I can't stand that.
If you sitting down at a party, there was literally no point of you even get out of your bed today.
Exactly. You should have just stayed at home doing that shit. Yeah. But with me, right, when I went to the high school party and shit like that, I was like, damn, this shit's like, it was like another nigga that was there too, and we was like, basically, you see how it be at the party. Right. Like we was both matching each other's energy.
Y'all was getting turned.
Yeah, we was getting turned. And then that night, the cops came, right? Mm-hmm. And then it was crazy. I see my one of my work friends at Chuck E. Cheese there at the party and shit like that. She was like, "Hey, Trey, what you doing after this?" I was like, "Oh, I'm already going." She's like, "It's a college party right up the street, right?" Ooh. So this is my first college party. I was like 16, 17, whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, I bet." So I drove up there or whatever. And then the rest was and then I was probably the youngest one there. I was like, but at the time I had a beard and shit like that. So right. Motherfuckers was like,
they couldn't tell.
I told them I was a fucking major in psychology or something.
Psychology.
At that time, bro, I literally I remember having a conversation with this one girl, and I was just like, like she's like, oh, what school you go to? I was like, oh, go to Del State, whatever, right? She's like, what's your major? And at the time, I didn't know what the fuck major was like, and I was like, no, I said business. I said business. That was like my safe gate. I said because she said she majored in psychology and shit like that, and then I said in my head, I was like, fuck. I was like,
I gotta say some shit.
yeah, business marketing,
right?
Like, oh yeah, for real, like yeah. And like, what class do you think? I'm like, oh, I was just throwing some shit, random shit. But anyway, yeah, and then it was a different type of energy because like college kids don't give a fuck. They there to have a good time.
Oh yeah,
they like literally never met anybody else except for my one friend that was there. Never met none of those people, but they was treating me like they know me.
Yeah,
because it's just like if you bring that good energy and stuff like that, they're gonna bring it back. And then that's why like I was like, yeah, I'm never going to fucking. And it was just college parties from there.
High school parties. I mean, for me, it was mad weird because I knew people in high school, but I still stayed to myself. So I never really got invited to like high school parties like that.
Yeah, and that's how it was for me. Like a lot of people know me and shit. I never said I was a popular one, but like people know me, but I was just to myself in school because I hated school.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, and then like I just stayed away from the drama and the bullshit and stuff like that. But I know a lot of people though. Or a lot of people know me.
Drama, I never understood why some people purposely place themselves in drama.
Because it's just attention. People just want to be the talk of the town. People just want to be heard or, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And that's the only reason why I'm drama.
But like, is it worth it in the end?
For them, yeah. But then like when they realize like, damn, was it worth it? Because then it'd be a whole bunch of bullshit. And
yeah.
Trust
a
me,
lot of bullshit.
A whole bunch of bullshit and then like reputation shit like that. But with me, I just be vibing out and stuff like that. If I see people like, hey, you know what I mean? Because like with me, I don't try to seek out.
Right.
From the way I seem like on my Instagram page, it seems like it. But nah, I really don't like all the attention on me though. You know what I mean? I just be riding like going with the flow and just
that.
You feel me? But yeah, so from the college party and shit like that, I just started going to college parties or people that was older than me. And I always hung out with a bunch of people that was older than me, and they fucked with my vibe and stuff like that. So I was just like, yeah. So then that's probably how I became the party animal I am today. And then that party, the part two was definitely.
Oh, that definitely revealed the party Quantre to me.
Shit,
that means a beast.
So a lot of people, even the people I went to high school with, they was like, bro, I never knew you was like that. Like, yeah, because like I always been to different parties or party with the college people.
Right.
But yeah, man. So.
That shit was indeed crazy. How did you how did you start to get paid as a hype man?
It was fucking crazy because like it was, what was it? I think it was after Nate's first because I always been told like, oh yeah, you should be a hype man or this is like that. Like you always bring that, like I fuck with your energy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, fuck it. I did it as a joke.
Mm.
And then people started hitting me up saying like, oh yeah.
Wow.
And then yeah. And then like for the past like 4 or 5 weekends I've been at a party, like at least over one, like at least one. Like I literally went to a party last weekend and shit.
Damn.
And it was a different experience. It was a keg there. So you know what type of party it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that was a different beast. And it's crazy because the parents was there too.
The parents was there.
It's a long ass story, bro.
Was it a white people party? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense right there.
Trust me, it was, but not like I just like. But I had no problem with it. But it was just
right.
But it was just like different. It was just a different beast, like bro. Like it was one point when I was at the party, right? You know, I do my thing, introduce myself, and then, get people to I'm shot o'clock, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was this dude named Josh, right? And I was like, hey Josh, let's shotgun these hard mics. I was like, let's take it to another level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, bro, hold on 1 second. Michael, right? So this
the voice.
You can't make me laugh. So it was this dude named Michael, right? Tall white guy, right? And he was talking to this John. And then Josh was like, Michael, come here. And then he walked over into him. He was like, hey, bro, we're about to shotgun these hard mics or whatever, right? He was like, hold on, babe. I'll be right back. Stood up and went over to the table and shit. I was like, all right, bet. So I grabbed my keys, right?
Mm-hmm. So
I shotgunned before, you know what I mean? Wouldn't say I'm like the best, but I maintain.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm ready. I promise you not. The motherfucker Michael fucking grabbed the shit, cracked that shit open with his bare teeth.
With his teeth?
With his tooth.
Oh my God.
He was like, right? And then nothing spilled. Nothing at all. Nothing fizzed, none of that, right? clean. And I'm standing there baffled, just like, what the fuck? I'm just standing just like. And then Josh was like, hey, bro, can you do mine too? He's like, yeah, bro.
Yo, what the?
Clean, everything like that, right? I'm just like, damn. I'm
What
just
type TV guy?
Yeah, I'm just like still standing there. Just
What
like,
your key?
I feel like a fucking rookie. I'm just like a fucking like, fuck. And then I was like, you want to do mine too? He's like, yeah, bro. Perfect. Nothing spilled, whatever.
Yo.
Right? So this is not the crazy part. So then I was like, all right, bet. So he's getting ready. I was like, all right, y'all ready? So it's like, better get ready. 3, 2, 1. So as soon as I picked my shit up, right, and cracked the can, they was throwing their can away because they already finished their fucking can.
What the hell?
And then I seen that shit. I was like, what the? Everything spilled. Losing the basement. Everything spilled. And then like all the like girls was like, oh my gosh, Trey, are you okay? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm good. So I'm trying to finish this shit like a fucking champ. I'm just like, I'm good. That's like fuck. And I just kept going. I was like, oh my gosh, bro, that shit is different.
The whole process of shotgunning seems crazy as hell to me.
It is
because
crazy as fuck.
I can't even drink water that fast, let alone a fucking carbonated beverage.
And hard mics is carbonated.
Oh yeah,
fuck. Like, bro, like don't. I don't. Yeah.
Bro, say he took his tooth and
like it was nothing. He literally just let that glide down his throat.
Shot that shit like an asthma pump.
Literally.
God damn.
I had listen, man. If I have a lot of crazy stories, that's just my life.
What's the craziest party you've been to?
Craziest party. Well, last one's kind of crazy, but I kind of want to say shit. That's a good question. I've been to a lot of fucking party. I think when it was Nate's first party, whatever, right? And then that shit was crazy because it was a whole bunch of like Nate was like, bro, I didn't expect it to be. It was only supposed to be like 30, 40 people max. It was
really
like fucking like 100, over 100. It was like some Project X shit. Yeah. Lucas's party was fucking crazy too.
Oh, there was a lot of fucking heads.
I don't know. It's kind of close. Those two are very, very, very close. Like, bro, that shit was fucking wild. And then like it was crazy, like, because Lucas's basement was fucking packed, and then his upstairs was fucking packed too.
And then the front yard was packed as well.
Bro, I seen a picture. It was this one photographer. I think his name is Mike. I don't want to.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I seen a picture that he took because he was like the photographer there and shit like that, and he posted on his story about all the fucking front yard was fucking full.
Yeah,
and you remember the fucking like the road we was on?
Yo,
cars was fucking
all the way around
to the whole like damn near development and shit like that. And I'm surprised the cops didn't come then.
No, they did.
They did. Yeah, that was because it was a situation that happened.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, bro, that shit was fucking crazy.
Man, I remember I was standing upstairs because I was trying to like, I didn't want to get too fucked up because I also wanted to like make sure everything stayed under control too.
Right. So
I'm sitting there and I'm looking around and shit, and I'm standing on the first floor. I'm like, all right. I was like, I mean, shit's not that bad. I turned my head 1 second. I see 2 niggas fighting. I said, God damn, bro, like take that shit outside.
Yeah.
I think as soon as that shit happened, that's when everybody was like, all right, get the fuck out.
Yeah, but shit happens, whatever. But yeah, that's also my like when I'm the hype man and shit like that. It's a lot of responsibilities because like for one, it's your responsibility to make everybody feel comfortable.
Right.
It's like a whole concept to it. It's like a matter of it's whole psychology to this shit. First, you gotta make people comfortable and not feel uncomfortable, whatever. Like feel like they can trust you and shit like that. And my thing is, I'm a very caring person and stuff like that. I want to make sure everybody's good, whatever. Right.
Right.
That's just me as like a host. Like if you came over my house, like like you're at my house, make you feel comfortable. So at parties, even if it's somebody else's party and shit like that, like I make them feel comfortable. And the crazy thing is, the whole night, motherfuckers was like, "Bro, your party is fucking lit." I'm like, "It's not my party,
bro. I was just there. I'm just a hype man.
I'm just the hype man." And they was like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "No, bro. This is Lucas's party." Like I had like 6, 7 people ask me that shit.
Really?
I was like, "No, this is Lucas's party. I'm just here." You know what I mean? But so yeah, just making people comfortable and stuff like that. And I don't give a fuck if you drunk, smoker, sober, whatever. I'm finna you finna have a good time.
That's what I realized about you. Like the whole time, well, when I saw you downstairs dancing or whatever, like you was just engaging with everybody and anybody, no matter who they were.
Exactly, and that's how you gotta make people feel comfortable and like like what I'm doing, I'm like,
yeah,
and I make that you know that face when you hear a good ass song.
The stank face.
You gotta make that, and then that's how like motherfuckers be like, oh, because people be tense up to parties and stuff like that, and they don't, you know what I mean? Because they might like, oh, they still got a whole bunch of people and stuff like that. And all my life, I always been around a whole bunch of new people and stuff like that, so I'm always willing and able to meet new people. So that's how I make people feel comfortable and shit like that. And then throughout the party, just hype people up, like, hey, even if I don't know words, I'll be like, and I'll be like, it's the thing I do, right? And anytime a Dirk song come on, whatever, right? I'll be like, and I'll be like, and I'll be hitting the people, right? I'll be
right.
like, I'm like,
it's not like Michael Jackson.
Like, I do that. I know I'll do the ad libs and like, man, what?
Yeah, man, what?
Boom, 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 boom. Whatever, right? And then but yeah, and then and then that's how people get comfortable and then just start having a good time. Like I love my main goal, what I love to do is like getting people who's like, to themselves and like all right, that's my main goal, to make sure they have a good time.
Right.
And like I love when it's like a girlfriends group or whatever, because then they be like they just only like be like when they're a little circle. I'll be like,
saying a little pack.
Yeah, they little pack, whatever, right? And I remember at the party it was there's like, ladies that was together and stuff like that. And I was, just dancing, whatever, no fuckboy shit, whatever. I was just like, whatever. And then they was having a good time with each other. And it's not that you have to like be, even if it's like your friends group. And they was twerking on each other and shit like that. And I love seeing shit like that. You guys having a good time. Like, it's you don't have to throw it back on a nigga that you see, whatever. Like you can throw it back on your friend. I don't give a fuck.
As long as you vibing, that's all that fucking matters.
Vibing and having a good time, that's all that matters. And then another thing is just the cleaning. Because like if you listen, with me, like if you cause it, you want to clean after yourself. And then like since I'm the hype man and I'm getting everybody hype, if like my like I kind of in the reason, because like throughout that party, I promise you was like 6-7 bottles. Bro.
I about to say, I was standing there, I heard bottle. I'm like, damn.
And then every time I cleaned up every single thing, and Lucas, Nate, all of them can tell you, like I genuinely, I will be one of the last people there to help clean up.
I remember when you was leaving out, I was sitting outside with Lucas, and you came, you were like, you're about to bounce, and you said, you're like, if you need help cleaning up and anything, just let me know, or whatever.
Right. And I tell people that in the midst of the party, whoever's house I'm at. And I did that, and I was like fucking 5 trash bags down in the basement. The whole basement was clean and stuff like that. I was like, hey man, told Lucas, I was like, hey, all you gotta do is just mop it and shit like that, but everything's clean, poured everything out that was around, upstairs, downstairs, everything. So I think you even saw me when I was cleaning upstairs too. So yeah,
you was putting in that work.
Yeah, I was putting in that work, and it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? I don't like to be. I ain't that asshole that just like, oh, all right, bro, I'm about to dip. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate that.
You feel me? Because it's just like the right thing to do. You know, especially if you invited me over your house and then I fuck up your shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? Even if I didn't even fuck up, then you know what I mean? I still want to help, people out. So.
Saw somebody drop like a whole bottle of Hennessy and then just walk away from it. I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, yo,
bro,
you ain't gonna.
And I think I was there when I cleaned that shit up too.
Yeah.
So
I was like, damn, all right. But look, the way the basement smelled the next morning, goodness. Oh, that shit smelled horrendous.
It smelled horrendous.
Yeah, cause I fell asleep upstairs.
Right.
And then woke up. Me, Lucas, and his friend Isaiah was also there. We're like, all right, let's get to action. Cause Lucas was thinking of throwing a part 2.
Yeah, and I remember that too, cause he was like, bro, part 2?
Yeah.
He was like, bro, cause we want to get it happening and stuff like that. Definitely need you there. Every time when people throw some shit, they be like, bro, I need you there. Like, but yeah, go ahead.
Look, I walked downstairs in the morning. We were like, all right, let's get to action. Open that basement door. I smell. Ooh, that smell smacked me across my face. I said, oh, hold on. I'm gonna need to take a minute. The floor was all sticky and all brown and shit.
Bro.
But we got right.
You got it right.
We got right. We got a whole bucket filled up with water and soap, and to grab like a towel. We had a whole cleaning day.
That day, nothing wrong with that. But if we had a part 2, that shit would have been fucked up. Just like y'all would have had another.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't know if part 2 would have been as big though.
I don't think so too, because he wanted it more so like a kickback type thing.
Yeah.
But I was just like, it's whatever. If you need me just to chill, vibe, whatever, I just still do it. So,
Damn.
so yeah, that's the story of Quantre the hype man. Cute Quantre.j. That's my hype man. You know, you got Quantre Johnson with Random Thoughts. Then you got Quantre.j, the hype man, and then you got Trey, Q, Quan, whatever. I got a lot of fucking names.
What name do you go by the most?
Well, my family members call me Trey a lot. Growing up, I always got Trey and stuff like that. It wasn't until recently when I started like having a lot of new friends or people around, they call me Q or Quan, or you know what I mean? Because shit, I got my full name is Quantre Jesus Octavius Johnson.
Oh damn, that's a long ass
That's a
name.
long ass name. You want to know the history behind that shit?
I do.
So boom. So my first name Quantre, right? So my mom's name's LaQuana, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a theory, right? That I feel as though like she didn't think she was gonna have a boy. So I feel as though like she was like, all right, let me take the Quan part out, right? All right, what's another boy name? Trey. Quantre, 2 ghetto names. Boom.
2 ghetto names. Boom.
Boom. Right there. Then Jesus, right? No, none. I don't have a bloodline of Hispanic in me or anything like that. The only reason why my middle name is Jesus is because my grandmother loved Jesus. That's the only logical reason. And I tell people that all the time. They be like, you Hispanic? I'm like, no,
Not at all.
not at all. They're like, and your middle name is Jesus? Like, yeah. I was like, my grandma loved Jesus, so
Hey.
that's how I got Jesus. And then Octavius is an interesting story with that. So the doctor that was with my mom the whole time that, you know, she was carrying me for the 9 months, you know, had the same doctor and stuff like that. And he kept on saying the name Octavius. And we going on time.
Oh, we're good. Yeah.
Hey, Steve, we going on time? Okay, we good.
Yeah, we go home.
Okay, cool. So then boom, he kept on saying the name and stuff like that. My mom was so attracted to the name that she just, you know, added in there. And then Johnson is the family company, you know what I mean? Family. So Quantre Jesus Octavius Johnson.
The first, as soon as you said your full name just now, the first thing that popped in my head for some reason was Chad Ochocinco. It was just a long ass name.
Yo, I love seeing people's reaction when I tell them like, oh, you want to know my full name? They be like, yeah. I'll be like Quantre Jesus Octavius. They're like, what?
Jesus.
Exactly. I've been called Jesus a lot too, or
Zeus,
or Octavius. People love calling me Octavius, or it'd be like Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. Oh, that shit is hard.
Octavius.
That shit is hard.
Yeah, man. So I'm a man of many names. You feel me?
I mean, my name basically. I'm Kendall Daniel Dawson.
Kendall. Hey.
The crazy thing is, since birth, nobody has been able to pronounce my first name right. It's literally Kendall. It seems simple, right?
It's just how it sounds, right?
Just how it sounds.
Kendall.
The crazy thing to me is since elementary school, I'd be telling everybody like, yo, my name is Kendall. They'd be like, oh, Kendall? No.
Kendall.
Kendall. And they'll say, oh, Kendall, like you know, like the Kindle. Bro, what? It's literally 2 syllables. Kendall.
Yeah, just like mine's Quantre.
And then I went to what happened was I went to college at Drexel for a little bit, and they asked me if I had a nickname, and I don't got no nickname, but I was like, shit. I was like, I guess people call me Ken.
Yeah.
I was like, I go by Ken now or whatever, and I didn't think that that me saying my nickname as Ken would be what they addressed me as. So I got there and I looked at my my dorm room door,
Right.
and on the door it said Ken and Justin. I said, who the fuck is Ken? I was like, oh shit. And I looked at my ID card, Ken Dawson.
Oh shit.
And everybody was addressing me as Ken. And it was mad weird because I was telling people my name was Kendall after they called me Ken. But it kind of stuck for a little bit. So then when I came up with Talks with Ken, I was like, Talks with Kendall. I was like, I feel like they just don't have like a nice little ring to it. I was like, you know what? Talks with Ken.
Yeah.
It just roll off the tongue. And then now I go by Ken.
Hey man. But hey, I try to call people by their like, you know, first name and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know? Cause like with me, growing up shit, I've been heard Quantre, quadrilateral, quantum, quarter.
God damn. I'm still stuck on quantum.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. But yeah, man, and it took me a while to appreciate my name because like it's like you said, like when you talking about the delivery store and stuff like that, it's a different name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it wasn't until like when I was in senior year when I started appreciating my name, because it was one time when I was working with this real estate agency that I was talking about. It was this one realtor named Cree. Shout out to Cree. She I introduced her. I was like, hey, you know, I'm Quantre, but you can call me Trey. She was like, oh my gosh, what's your name? I was like, Quantre. And then she was like, oh my gosh, like that's like one of the best names ever. Like, and people like before, like when I was at Domino's, when my old boss was like, bro, that's the coolest name ever. Like your full name, like, and then when I had that talk with Cree, I literally had like a 15-20 minute talk with her. Cause we, you know, had like a lot in common and stuff like that. We just talking about stuff, you know, with the military and stuff. Cause she was prior Air Force, whatever. And we was talking about that. And, then she was saying like, yeah, definitely like, you know, stick with your name. Like when you come and cause I told her I wanted to be a director, right, producer. She's like, stick with your name because it definitely sticks. It's definitely different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's important, you know, cause
okay.
Again.
I was saying, I was just having that same conversation with my friend the other day. I was talking, I don't want to say any names, you know, I won't leave them out, but I was talking to her because she was telling, she works in this company that produces clothes for artists and stuff like that. Right. And there's a guy in the company. He has like a really dope name, right? Mm-hmm. But she told me that he's changing his name, not legally, but for the company. He's going from something. Let's say he's going from a Kendall to like a Bob.
Damn.
And I'm just like, I just don't understand. He was like, because it's more marketable to go that way. But I'm like, would you rather not have a unique name than a very marketable and easy one?
Then
I feel like with a name like Quantre, you stand out more than if it was Random Thoughts with Bob, Random Thoughts with Quantre,
or like Random Thoughts with Dave or Daniel or whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna remember it more.
And then and it took me a while, you know what I mean, like to appreciate that. And I was like, damn. And then like it was one day, cause I was it was this big production company and stuff like that that was that wanted me as an intern. Then COVID hit and all that other shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it's all good. But then it was like, yeah, I was keeping contact and stuff like that. And then like it was one day I was doing like the mission with the military, right? Mm-hmm. And then we was at the library up north, and then we was just talking, and then and then I seen him shooting something like that, and I remember one of the ladies that was there when I was doing the interview way back when. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they remember me, stuff like that. I was like, hi, I'm Quantre, whatever. She was like, oh my gosh, Quantre, how are you? All this stuff like that. Like I remember you, like, because your name was like, you know, different, stuff like that. And ever since then, I just appreciate my name, and I just been going by Quantre, or you know what I mean. But I just make people feel, you know, whatever comes with they, you know what I mean.
It's a unique ass name. It's a special ass name, and I believe if you have something unique like that, you shouldn't let it go to waste.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's just like me and my personality and stuff like that. Like I'm not going to change for nobody. That's just me. You know what I mean? Like all this shit that you see me do on my, that's me.
That's me. You naturally you.
I'm naturally me. And then like people will appreciate you. And I learned this way back when I was in middle school, because growing up, it was always like, oh, you know, let me try to be cool. Yeah. And then it was when I reached like 8th grade, I was like, fuck that. I'm done trying to impress people that, you know, probably won't give a fuck like years then after we graduate. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be me. And ever since then, people just appreciate me being me. Everybody from, you know, hood niggas, white people, everybody. Right. Everybody appreciate me for being me, because they know like, oh, he's genuine. He's, you know, he's gonna be himself and stuff like that. And I appreciate people. You know, if you don't fuck with me, it's cool.
You don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me.
You don't fuck with me, you don't fuck with me. But it's a lot of people that's fuck with me, because like I just stay true to myself and I do me. You know what I mean? And people appreciate that, because you know, a lot of people, you know, once they reach a certain level or a point in their life, they always try to, you know, adjust to what people's perceptions are of them, or they be like, oh, you should try this, or oh, you should try that.
I hate that.
Exactly.
I hate that so much.
Yeah, and then like even with my mom's one of my biggest supporters, and like, you know, growing up we never really seen eye to eye. It wasn't until recently, because she moved to Virginia like my freshman year, and I lived with my grandmother, and we got close, you know, from a distance, right? You know, because you can always love somebody from a distance, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, love my mom together, and she's one of my biggest supporters, and she she kind of got me to how I am, you know, to be going out and like going out to different things and seeing things. Because like, when I was younger, I was a couch potato. I didn't want to do shit. But once I like, you know, she always tried to put me in different shit. Like at one point, I was playing the fucking violin. I hated that shit.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Quantre with the violin. God dang.
But like shit like that made me appreciate. Like, damn, like I understand. It's like, and when you get older and you can have those talks with your parents and stuff like that, you know, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? And then be like, you know, and then, you know, my mom always said like, oh, you know, I wish I could. Like, no, mom, like I appreciate you for, you know, what you thought was right for me. And then like I am where I'm at today. You know what I mean? Making connections and, you know, talking to people and stuff like that. And yeah, I have a crazy ass long, like people, a miracle story for some, but you know what I mean? A lot of people would have never expected shit I've been through.
Facts.
But you know what I mean? But I don't let that deteriorate me or me like use that as an excuse to not, you know, not nothing against anybody, you know, who's gone through shit or whatever, but you see, like you've seen a lot of people, you know, successful people who've been through a lot of shit. A lot of shit. And you know what I mean? When people go through shit, you know what I mean, you can't deteriorate them from what they going through, because you know what I mean, like, or somebody that's our age, whatever, right? Say for example, like for example, like say like our friend like fucking Bill, his parents got divorced, whatever, right?
Right.
And he's like 18, 19, whatever, right? And he's hurt by that. You know what I mean? He never experienced, because like all his life he's seen that, you know, them together, you know what I mean? And them not being together no more. It's just like, it takes a toll on him.
Right.
And especially like later on in his age and shit like that. Yeah. When I was growing up, like I dealt with that shit growing up. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit, like shit's nothing to me. Like my mom and dad was never married or anything like that.
Same.
You feel me? So like it doesn't really, like when I you know, when I was younger, like I was like, oh, you know, I don't understand why people, but like you gotta realize some people, it's new to them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's weird. It's new. It's something that they never experienced before, and they having these feelings and stuff like that. And you have to be understanding towards that and stuff like that. But at the same time, you can't keep using that as an excuse to be like, oh, you know, like I do it because, you know, like my mom and dad got divorced, or, you know, or this and the third. And like, yeah, but you know, what's the point? Because after a while, like I get tired. Like it was one point, you know, when I was dealing with depression and shit, you feel me? Like I got tired.
Yeah.
It was one day I was laying in my bed, right, and it was like a, you know, little cycle with me, just like going, like just thinking, I'm just like, yeah, fuck this. Literally, I was like, fuck this. I'm tired of feeling like this, because all it's doing is just me feeling bad for myself, and it's getting me nowhere. You know what I mean? It's people that's going through a lot of mental problems, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wasn't until recently when I, like, generally can say I discovered my self-love and, you know, everything. And it was with Random Thoughts with Quantre Johnson. It's like all the stuff I'm doing with Random Thoughts is therapy to me. It's fun.
That's what this is right here.
Exactly. You know, it's like a space where I can be myself and I can let shit go and stuff like that. I don't got to worry about shit. And then ever since then, it's been great.
I think that's the best part about being a creative. As a creative, you can find so many different outlets to express yourself.
Right.
Like you said, Random Thoughts with Quantre Johnson. You're sitting there and you're feeling depressed and you're like, shit, I don't know what to do. I don't want to use my depression as an excuse or whatever. I might as well turn this depression into something else. Find some way to let all this sadness and despair go. And you do that through Random Thoughts. I do that through Talks with Ken, because at the time that I started Talks with Ken, it was like right after I just finished paying off school,
right?
And I was about to go to my new, or I just got accepted to my new school, and it was definitely like a little hard mental time for me, because I'm still thinking like, damn, I wish I was still at the last school, because me and my best friend, we same majors, we're supposed to be roommates and everything, supposed to graduate together and shit like that. But now that's just not happening. And now it's set in stone that I'm going to be going to a new school. Right. And that shit is just like, fuck with my mental. I'm like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a podcast and I'm going to just talk. And I'm going to just talk about everything that, from everything I think is funny, everything I hate, everything I like, everything I don't like. I'm going to just speak. And ever since I started doing that, it's just been such a great outlet.
A great, amazing outlet. And it was the longest time for me to discover that too, because you know what I mean, like, you know, people have to try new things and try things, and you know, I always tell people like, you know, if I'm talking to a friend that's going through depression and shit like that, I always tell them like, listen, you know, the first step is like to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because your situation might be different from my situation and stuff like that, and I don't know what you've been through, but I'm here to listen, and that's the first step. People just have to listen and just hear people out, and then once you know get to that point, but okay, all right, now let me try to find something, you know, as an outlet to distract me, something I feel good after doing.
Right.
And that's how it is for Random Thoughts with me. And then I always like, you know, tell people like, you know what I mean, like it takes time. It definitely takes time.
It does.
It definitely takes time, and you know, like it can't happen overnight and shit like that. And yeah,
not gonna lie, this one I know it's a fact, but hearing it takes time is one of the worst things to hear.
I know, like, and it sucks,
especially when you like when you have feelings for someone, right?
Oh shit,
that's the worst time to hear.
Listen, we about to get into some shit now. Damn. But at the end, all right, look, I've been ready for this shit.
Look, when you have feelings for someone, right, and you realize like, I want to pursue this person, right, but it's probably not the best time for me to do that, and I'm trying to get over them, but at the same time, it's kind of like, damn, yo, I don't.
Shit.
I want to pursue it. I want to do it, but I know I shouldn't.
Right.
And everybody's like, you know, it takes time. It takes time, and
that's the worst, especially when you're going through that. I hate hearing that bullshit.
Yeah,
bro. And I tell people that's like, and this crazy thing is with me, like a lot of my friends come to me for relationships. Like,
oh my gosh,
I'm
yes,
fucking single as hell,
literally
single as a bitch, single as a Pringle, and everything. And they come to me, right?
Right.
And I'll be like, damn, like, you know what I mean? I know I had to tell them, like, it takes time. Because I know I hate hearing that shit. But, like, after you, like, you know, like you said, when, you know, like, damn, the pursuing and, like, you know what I mean? And then it's like, damn, you know what I mean? And you have to get over that person. Like, that shit, like, when you're going through that shit, that's time that you're going through, you know what I mean? From the start of when, it's like, oh, you know, like, you're not sure. Like, that's the time.
Yeah.
And like you talking to your friends, that's the time. That's, you know what I mean, in times by yourself, that's the time. And shit, it was a situation with me and this one girl. You know, I thought she was perfect. Married and everything.
Oh,
right?
shit.
Yeah, some shit like that, right?
I felt that.
Like she was like everything. She was like my best friend, and still cool to this day, whatever. But at the time, you know, it was just the wrong timing.
Wrong time, yeah.
Wrong timing. You know what I mean? And then like, and another thing is too, just because, you know, you and a person bond well together doesn't mean you have to be together.
Oh damn.
That's some deep shit right
you
there.
spitting to me right now.
Exactly. Like
you spitting to me right
because,
now.
Like, listen, you can have two people like you like, oh my gosh, they're perfect for each other, whatever, right? But you never know. Like people are in different lanes and stuff like that. And just the timing, you know what I mean? You gotta, you know, and you know, you can be there for that person and stuff like that, but you know, some things you can't force. And I learned that from, you know, the relationships I've been in. You know, you can't force things. You can't, you know, it has to be genuine. And, you know, you can't be like you giving fucking 98% when the other person giving like 2.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's where, you know, I learned early on with one of my relationships, one of my first toxic relationships. You know what I mean? And it was like, you know, you had to like, you know what I mean? It was like a lot of, you know, me being there and stuff like that. And, you know, no, nothing against the person and everything, like, but it's just like she was going through stuff at the time that I didn't know about. Right. At that time, I never experienced depression. I was like fucking 16 at that time. I genuinely could say I never experienced depression until I started dating her and then seeing her and stuff like that. And that's when I started, you know, because like it's energy, you know, you can give, and then like they give their energy and then it comes, you know. So yeah, and it's just more so like she was going through her stuff, and you know what I mean, and it was just like making me go bad, and I had to. Sometimes you gotta cut it. You gotta cut it where you need to. But people are scared to be alone, and that's something that people don't want to admit. People are scared to be alone.
I'll admit that shit right now. I hate being alone. I hate being alone.
It sucks. Trust me. But when I tell you, like, people, you know, they just feel like it's that void. Everybody say that, like, oh, the void, all this other stuff like that. And I get it. Trust me. shit. Shit, I get it. Trust me. But at a certain point in time, like, you have to discover your own worth before you can get into somebody else's world and then for to appreciate your, you know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like people want them to appreciate them, like, you know, all this shit like that. But you can't do that. What if you don't know your own worth?
Facts.
Because if you're being treated like shit, then it's like, damn, maybe I am shit. And that shit revert, you know what I mean? It's like a whole circle.
Because if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone else to love you?
Yeah, and people hate that too, especially if, like, say for example, like say you're in a relationship, right? You're in a toxic relationship. You call me, right? And then I tell you like shit, like, hey, like, you know, like, you gotta love yourself before you're like, fuck that. I ain't trying to hear that bullshit right now, because you be in a different mindset of like you're so in love with that person and you want to do everything and anything for that person. Because that's how, you know, humans are. Once they find something that they have and they don't want it to let it go. But some things you have to let go because a relationship, to me personally, and I wanted to talk to you about this too. Like, a relationship is character development. And everything that you do, right? Everything is character development. Like, for example, when I was in that toxic relationship, that was character development to me to discover depression, honesty, and, you know, not, you know, deal with bullshit and stand up for myself. And then I move on to the next one where I found a person that, you know, thought was my everything and stuff like that. Then I had to discover time and, you know, knowing when it's right, knowing everything like that. And these are things that's building up as me as a person growing up and stuff like that. There's fucking 40-year-olds, fucking 50-year-olds still going through character development and stuff like that. A lot of people can say like, oh, you know, I'll tell you personally, I'm not perfect. I tell everybody that I'm not perfect, and
nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it. As long as you know that you're not perfect and you're still learning, that's the beauty of it. Yeah. That's life. You feel me? And then, but with any situation, even like, say for example, like if you meet friends and shit like that, and like your friends did you wrong, whatever, right? It's really how you know, character development, you know, learning from that, you know what I mean? And I tell people, like, you're really not taking an L if you learning from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everything that you do is just character development.
Like, as soon as you said that, I started to ponder and think about like all my experiences, and you are 1,000% right about the character development, because I've only ever been in one relationship, but I've also been in failed talking stages. I went on dates and shit and it failed. Like my first actual relationship taught me self-worth. Right. It taught me that I'm valuable and I should be with someone who treats me as that I'm valuable. And then after that, I moved on. Then the next one, I want on this, like, look, let me talk real quick, Quantre. Let me talk real quick.
Talk your shit.
Look,
talk your shit.
My problem is I'm too nice.
Oh shit, I am too.
I'm too nice,
I'm
right?
a gentleman.
And so if I care for someone, I'm gonna go all out.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's 100%. Yeah,
exactly. So there was this one girl, right. I don't even know why I liked her. I just know I really, really liked her. Right? Like,
and it feel like
like if you ask me why I was so hooked on this chick, I don't know. But I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna do everything to make sure that she become mine. Yeah. Right? So I had like hit her DMs or whatever, and we was chatting up for a little bit. Then I met her in person for the first time. Okay. And then like I was like, oh yeah, this shit's a vibe. I was like, this shit's a vibe. So then I shot her a text a little later. I was like, yo, let me take you out one day or whatever. Like, let's go mini golfing or some shit, right? But then I was talking to my boy, and he was like, nah, mini golfing, mad base. You take everybody mini golfing. I was like, damn, you know what? You're right. Let me spice this shit up. Look, Quantre, I gotta tell you, look, if you ever need date ideas, come to me. Come to me. Look, I took this girl to the beach, right? Because she lived out by the beach. Okay. So I drove to her, picked her up, went to the beach. Sounded like this nice little spot. We painted the sunset.
Oh shit!
We painted the sunset.
That's some right.
I had my guy make a nice little playlist. I had a speaker, put the playlist on the speaker, and we was chilling, right? And
Bro.
keep in mind, I brought everything in a picnic basket.
Oh,
Shit, the
hell.
presentation was 100%,
Oh,
right?
my
So we sitting there when we painting, and I suck at painting or whatever. But the main point is to know the person and shit.
Yeah, just talking and paint.
Exactly. So after we finish painting and shit,
Right.
we're like, boom, we hungry, right? So what we do? We go get some food. Right, we go to the restaurant and we get some shit. I got like a nice little burger. She didn't really get too much because she wasn't that hungry. But I was like, whatever.
She kept like, oh yeah, I just wanted to like.
So we ate dinner and it was cool, right? And then after that, she wanted ice cream. So we went to the ice cream spot. It was like right next to the food place.
Right. This is in Rehoboth, right?
It was in
It was Dewey.
Yeah.
Oh, Dewey. Okay.
So we go to the ice cream place. I think it was like Vendor Wendy's or whatever the fuck the shit's called. And I remember specifically, I think at least she got like mint chocolate chip or some shit. And I was like that's different, but you know,
I let it slide.
I let it slide. I respect it. And then we walked back to her place, right? And we sat in my car and we literally just spoke for about a whole hour, just sitting there talking and talking. Bro, at the end of the date, she told me this was the best date she's ever been on in her life.
Shit.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Nigga, man.
You know I ain't never
Shout
coming
out to
through
my
subpar.
motherfucking nigga Kendall,
I ain't never
man.
coming through subpar. But look, here's the crazy shit.
Oh shit. Here come the bullshit.
Here come the bullshit.
Bullshit.
She said it was the best date she's ever been on in her entire life. We ain't never go on another one. She kind of like ghosted me after that shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck did I do? Found out from one of my guys. He was like, yo, to be honest, she told me that she didn't even like you like that or whatever. I was like, yo, what the like? Why would you waste my time? Like, what is the point of building up all the way to this point for you? Like, she got out the car and was like, this is the best date I ever been on. When are we going on the next one? How are you gonna ask me for a second date and be like, nah, I ain't even like you like that? Damn. What the fuck?
Hey man, sometimes you gotta look at the positives out of shit. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the positives is learning how to value my time.
Exactly. And that's another thing. You know what I mean? You gotta work your way up, you feel me? And then like you gave a lot. You gave a lot. And you didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
Some people just don't appreciate certain shit like that, you know what I mean? And like for example, some females like I know some females like I know women don't like being called females, and I apologize. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
We don't give a damn.
We don't give a damn.
We don't give a damn. We'll talk with Ken.
Like yeah, because like I don't understand. Like I've been growing up saying females all the time. Like
so have I.
Plus I'm in the military too, so we had to say females are like you know.
It's like it's no disrespect by it. It just comes out. It's another thing I'm calling women bitches. But I'm not. It's females.
Yeah, it's female. But they take that more offense than being called a bitch.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't understand either. But anyway, to the ladies out there, right? Some ladies can admittedly say they never been on a date. They can probably date so many motherfuckers and stuff like that. But ask a female or any female or stuff like that, ask them when last time they went on a date. They be like, well, I never really been on a date. And I realized that. And I grew up with a whole bunch of women, strong, independent women. And you know what I mean? I learned from them, stuff like that. They told me like, oh, you know, make sure you take, you know, stuff like that.
Right.
But, you know, and then I have a lot of female friends too. And, you know, cause I don't know, I just like with females, like they can just talk to me. You know what I mean? I'll listen. I like having conversations, stuff like that and hearing, you know, perspectives. Like with me, I'm a very open-minded person. I like hearing different perspectives from everybody I talk to. You know what I mean? I don't care what you are. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
Exactly.
You can't be closed-minded to shit because then you can't grow.
Exactly. It's just like you can't be in your tent, right? And you can't be so sheltered in your tent and then never go outside to see the stars. You feel me?
Ooh, that was a bar. I don't got like no boom, but like I'm gonna get that shit a round of applause. That shit was hard. You can't be inside your tent and then not go outside and see the stars. God damn.
Because everybody's scared of what's outside. You know what I mean?
Right.
People are so used to like the simple things in life or what they've been surrounded about. You know what I mean? And you have to like go out there. You have to go farther. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I try to do with all this shit I'm doing. You know what I mean? The fucking random thoughts. You know the hype man shit. Fucking everything. You know what I mean? My videography shit. Like I have my own videography shit, like Cue the Lights. I don't know if you see it.
Oh, no, I've seen it.
Yeah. So yeah, man, and. So, you know, it's just like with ladies, you know, you just, you know, some females just don't know, just, you know, they never experienced that type of, you know, gratitude, or they never, been spoiled like that, or like, because female, like, women will tell you, like, definitely, like, they, they're trying to discover, their self-worth and stuff like that, and some females just don't want to admit that, but you know what I mean, they're trying to, because they've been through a lot, or they've been through that one ex that they can't get over with, or whatever, you know what I mean, or like, oh, like, I always get played, or all this other shit. And it's just like everybody's going through their discovery of self, worth. I don't give a fuck if you're a man, female, whatever, dog, cat. We all going
Dog,
through
cat.
like, we're all going through it, and we're all going through our own character development.
Yeah.
So
I 100% agree. I actually spoke to the girl after that whole shit passed by, and then I got drunk one night. That's how I ended up speaking to her. I remember that.
Oh hell, I know them talks.
I was with Lucas, and
shit, you get a whole different confidence, nigga.
We was pouring up some Tito's or whatever, because it was my first time having Tito's. We was taking shots. I was like, yo, this shit different. We was mixing that shit with Sprite. I said, all right. And I was chilling, and I was like, you know what? I was like, yo, let me text this girl right now.
Right.
So I shot her a text, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. You kind of had me fucked up for a little bit after the whole shit. What you did was mad wrong, but I made peace with the shit, so you do you, and love and respect and all that extra bullshit.
Right.
And she texted me back, and she was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I wanted at the time.
Right.
And I was like, I was going through a lot of stuff, blah, blah, blah. But she was like, I hope we're all good, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. So shit healed after. In fact, I actually invited her to the party.
Oh, for real?
She came out of the party.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't it's weird how I feel about her now, cuz I don't know what it is about this girl Quantre, but it's just something about her.
It's just
that I like.
Yeah. And then like you said, she needed that character development too, and you played a part in that too. So that's another thing, like looking at the positive stuff like that. You needed to do that for her to realize, like, damn, there's actually nice guys out here.
Thanks.
And there's guys that actually give a fuck. And what I mean, they're like, and I feel as though I try to be a lot of people's character development, or bring people up and shit like that. Just always try to motivate people, support people. Even though I do videography and stuff like that, I support other videographers. And
absolutely.
Because you have to, like your podcast, I got to support it and stuff like that. It's not no fucking competition. I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, that shit's corny.
It's so stupid. Oh my gosh,
it's corny to me. Like, like, oh, like, but as long as we're all trying to make it big. We're all trying to be successful and then enjoy what we do. As artists or creators and stuff like that, what I mean? It's just, you just got to support one another, and then and you just got to be the character development, because you never know, like, say for example, a person call you, stuff like that, and just like, oh yeah, I'm upset, all this stuff like that. That one little conversation that you could have with that person can change their whole life.
Thanks.
What I mean? They could have contemplate, suicide or anything like that. You feel me? And I've had friends who call me latest shit, whatever, like, hey, or just, we didn't talk, just say, yeah, and I was, talk to them and stuff like that. And then they'll tell me like a week or two, or months later, they'll be like, remember that one talk we had? Like, yeah, like that really helped. Like, you definitely helped me and stuff like that. Cause you never know what a person going through. Cause it be the people that never express it out as much, be the ones that going through a lot of shit. And what I mean? And you have to be there for people and just be their character development.
Be their character development.
Be their character development.
I like that.
For either your family, your friends, people that you talk to, or your sneaky links, whatever, whatever. But nah, like, for real, like, you just gotta be a phase in people's lives.
I saw some shit on Hoodville. I'm sorry. I saw. I think Brandon had said it to me. It was some shit on Hoodville, and I was like, yo, I'm about to cheat on my girl for some character development. Yo, I saw that, and I was like, yo, I mean, he got a point, but shit, would I go that route? Probably not. But I was to each their own.
To each their motherfucking. And I don't judge people. I don't give a fuck.
I don't.
You know what I mean? Because what's the point? I'm not perfect. We come from different backgrounds and stuff like that. I don't care what you believe in, whatever. As long as you're a good person, or you cool peoples or whatever. You know what I mean? we can vibe together. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And people, and then like another thing with me, I feel as though everything happened for a reason. Like, regardless of all the shit, like, cause shit, like growing up, I had epilepsy, right? So I would have. So those who don't know, it's like epilepsy is like episodes of seizures and shit like that. So growing up,
Oh shit.
yeah. So it was so bad, and I developed it when I was like 1 or 2, and it was so bad where I'll go to sleep, right, and I'll wake up in a hospital.
Damn.
Yeah. And then like it was so bad, and like I was so shy, and you know what I mean. And then like in kindergarten, I got held back. Literally got held back and get it because I missed so many days in school and shit like that. And I was like, you know, and then like doctors growing up would told me like, yeah, you know, like, you know, Quantre may not be like as sociable. I was supposed to be a mute.
Damn.
For real.
I was supposed to be aborted.
Me too. Man, got to see it through, my boy.
Got to see it through, my boy.
But nah, so yeah, like I was told growing up that I was supposed to be a mute and all this stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because like I didn't really interact with people or, you know, anything.
Right.
But here I am today. People know me as the most
sociable person I know.
Like a social butterfly and shit like that. And you can even ask my my best friend, like my brother Rick, whatever. Like he's seen it when I was younger. Like I was like shy. Like it was like the roles was reversed. Like you know how like quiet he be and stuff like that. Like it was like the roles reversed when we got older. And I'm just like a social butterfly. I just love talking and you know what I mean. Just so yeah. And I feel as though like that shit happened to me for people to like look at like, damn, you know, even though I may have this, you know, disability or this and the third, you know what I mean? Like his story inspired me, you know what I mean? And I feel as though like anything that happens in your life, you can tell your story for other people so let them know that they're not alone. Because people just feel alone in this world, but it's really not. It's 7 billion people in this world.
Facts.
And
you ain't never alone.
You're never alone. Because I bet you like 50 other people been through the same situation, probably even worse. Yeah. And I tell people like, you know, when they go through situation, I'll be like, oh yeah, I had a bad day. I actually appreciate bad days because, you know what I mean? Like, hey, it could be worse.
That's always my mindset. That's always my mindset.
Exactly.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, when I found out I had to leave Drexel or whatever, and I had to pay them back like hell a lot of money. I took a gap year.
Right.
I had to spend the whole year working and shit at jobs that I fucking hated.
Right.
But I just always thought it could always be worse. And I think that's what motivated me to keep going and to do better. Because every single day I think, yeah, I'm having a bad day, but there's someone across the country having a day 10 times worse than mine.
But they still have a smile on their face.
They still have a smile on their face.
Mean, it can be somebody that's on the streets right now.
Yeah.
And still be smiling. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And it's just like, how can I complain? Like with me, as long as I got my rent, my bills, everything playing, I can have $8 to my name today. And I can tell people I am okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be okay. Because for one, money come and goes, clothes come and go, shoes, everything. Everything come and goes. And people get so tied up with that. Be like, oh, I need this or I need that or whatever. Like, you really don't.
You don't.
And it's just like, I seen a lot of shit. And then people going through a lot of shit too. And then like it taught me like, damn, why should I complain about this shit I'm going through? And I always tell people like, if people say, I ask people like, hey, how you doing? Be like, oh, I'm doing all right. How you? I'll be like, I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I tell people that all the time and be like, well, you can. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but what's the point?
What's the point of it? Yeah.
What's the point? And I always tell people like, yeah, I'm all right. You know, can't complain. Every time I tell people that all the time. People who know me, they know I always say can't complain. So.
Yeah, I like that. You carry yourself like you have a positive attitude all the time.
You always have to, you know what I mean? And like, but you can't be naive to a lot of shit. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be self-aware about all the shit that's going on around you. But at the same time, like, you got to look at it through everything. In life, you got to look through every aspect, like through the positive, negatives. I'm an overthinker too.
Right.
So you always got to look at every possible opportunity, but don't let that shit fuck with you.
Yeah.
Especially, like, don't let shit stress you out. Like, exactly. So
it ain't worth being stressed out for.
Exactly, because everything gonna work out. But with me, I just try to carry myself. Like, I wake up, I pray, I read my little scripture on my phone. But all right, then start my day, go throughout the day, boop boop boop. fucking work, do whatever, you know. Say like, hey, what's like hit up a couple of my friends, make sure they're good. You know what I mean? Talk to my mom or, you know, my family members, whatever, and go home in my day, pray, whatever. And that's how I go. You know what I mean? With me, I always stay prayed up. You know what I mean? Like that's like
Always.
like I'm like literally having a conversation with God. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like you know, another outlet for me. You know what I mean? Like it may sound crazy to some people. I generally have conversations with God. I just like talk to him, and I just like yeah, I literally would tell him about my day at the end of the day. Like, yeah, you know, this happened, this happened, third. Like, I wish I could have, you know, been like that, stuff like that. And yeah, and now with a prayer, and yeah, keep pushing.
The best time to do that for me, I feel like, is when I'm driving home from somewhere or whatever. Maybe it's like from here.
Right.
I'll be driving home at night. I'll be listening to music, and I'll just be talking. I'll just be talking to God.
Exactly.
Like, God, man. Like, I know you already know, but like, man,
like,
this day was crazy.
yeah, and it's just like, that's how, like, with me, like, I just, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you talking to something? No, I'm talking to God. You know what I mean? I'm just having a conversation with him, and you know what I mean? I might not hear a response back, but you know what I mean? Like, I know he's listening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like something that people need to do, and just like, you know what I mean? And talk about their day. Actually talk about their day. Be like, you know what I mean? I wish it could have ended like this, but you know, it happened for a reason. You know what I mean? Could have been worse. Could have been like this. Or you say you have an amazing day, bad day. I appreciate both of these. Maybe it was like a day. You know what I mean?
That's that was a concept I found so hard to grasp when I was younger, like talking to God and not hearing nothing back.
Right.
Like, I always used to think people was crazy, yo. Like, I remember we be in church and they be standing there, they be praying like, "Dear God, thank you for the day, blah blah blah." I was just sitting there, I'm like, yo, who are you talking to, my guy? Like, bro, you look. My mom tells me don't go talking to myself because that's weird.
Right.
Bro, you doing it in church. But like, as I got older, I understood more. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And
makes sense.
And now, like, I talk to God every day. Exactly. I talk to God. And one of my favorite Chance the Rapper lines is, I speak to God in public. I mean,
yeah,
just all the time.
Exactly. And people would think you crazy for it, but nah, man, it's just like, it helps.
Yeah,
it helps. And you know what I mean? And it's just like, it is for me, you know what I mean? And I tell people like, yeah, it like, it's another outlet, just like expressing myself. And then like growing up, you know, like our parents used to put the fear in God.
Oh, yeah.
Like at one point, like I was scared to believe in God. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but it wasn't until I went to this one church, and it was really more so. It made me realize like it's a relationship, and a lot of people don't realize that. You know, they're like, oh, religion, this and all that and stuff like that. But it's more so a relationship with God and stuff like that. And He knows that you're not perfect. And He knows that, you know, you are the way you are, and, you know, He created you to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, you just have to, like, you know, stay prayed up, or, you know, just talk to Him. You know what I mean? Don't talk to Him like, oh, like, when it's like, oh, I just nutted this girl, let me just say, like, Lord, it's me again. I know I said the last 2 times that I wouldn't do it again, but Lord, please help me through. I'm on my last $50.
I'm on my last $50. Please let this plan be it.
This is the second day after. Please,
Ooh.
Lord, let this plan be work.
Turn this plan B to plan A. God damn.
But nah, man, like, and you just like, and He knows that you're gonna be you regardless. I mean, and like. And people, I hate when people be like, "Oh, you going to hell," all this stuff like that. Like, how you want to tell me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like God knows every. Like it was a stand. I don't know if Eddie Griffin.
Oh, I do not know him.
He's like funny. One of my favorite comedians, Eddie Griffin. If you have a chance, like look him up. It was one of his jokes where he was talking about like he was like, "Oh, you going to hell," all this stuff like that, and he was like, "Tell him. I don't give a fuck." Like me and Jesus be talking up everything. Like, yeah, like it was funny as fuck. And then like it's true. Like, you know what I mean? Like God knows how you are.
Yeah. And
you are the way you are. And or whatever you believe in, whatever, you know, I give kudos to anybody, whatever religion and stuff like that. I respect other people's religions. You know what I mean? We have different upbringings. We have different reference points. I learned this from Tyler the Creator the other day. Ooh. And he was saying like, you know, with people in different things, like for example, like people that are into watches, right? He used that example. Tyler didn't like watches whatever, but he had a conversation with Jay-Z, and he was saying like, the reason behind, why people are so into, watches, stuff like that, or like, how niggas be posting like this, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
But flexing the watch.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a sign of them doing like a subtle like flex. You know what I mean? And, and that's people's reference points that grew up around that. Like the big drug deal, you know what I mean? That was their reference points. And they seen that and it just transpired, and then people never knew, but that's the reference point. And everybody, and with anything that people go through and stuff like that, or people don't understand like that, you have to understand everybody's from different reference points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you may believe in one thing, like, you know what I mean? Like fucking, like me saying tomato, you say tomato, right?
Yeah.
Tomato, whatever, right? But you, like, for example, like, or say, for example, like you've been around a lot of, English people or whatever, they're from a different culture and stuff like that. That's your reference points. I say things, I say the way, and I respect you for what you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some people just don't want to expand their mind to that.
And I never understand how, because how can you judge something you don't know?
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's how, you just have to like be open-minded to a lot of things, because this world, it's a whole bunch. Listen, it's a whole bunch of shit I be seeing every single day, especially on Twitter.
Instagram.
Man.
Twitter.
Shit.
Twitter is a different playground.
I love Twitter.
It's my favorite app.
If people say like, "Oh, what app would you do?" I was like, Twitter. Like if you only have one, like Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter's like a safe haven for me.
Twitter encompasses every other app except for like Snapchat. But you post your photos on from Instagram. You can post them on Twitter.
Right.
And Twitter, you can just scroll and read, and just you can decide whether you want to laugh, whether you want to be informed about sports, or whether you want to be informed about the news, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Twitter got it.
Twitter has it, and it's just like it's like our generations of reading the daily paper.
Yeah.
It's literally like, and then like the fucking like Twitter friends is amazing too. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, like bro, it's because Twitter got the new thing called Spaces, whatever, right?
I heard of it.
Yeah, so boom. For those who don't know, it's like a how like motherfucker what Clubhouse. Yeah, how Clubhouse motherfucker like 50 motherfuckers be talking at one time. That's like Twitter's way. It's called Spaces. So it was this one dude named Chris. Shout out to Chris, whatever. He posted something because it was like, have you ever seen the video of the guy pouring Casamigos on the fucking burgers and shit?
Yes.
So boom. So he posted something, right? It was like a viral thing that he posted. He was basically, he's a chef, so he explained like the whole thing and stuff like that. Cool ass person and everything like that. And then he started one of his spaces because he like works late and shit like that. And then like a whole bunch of group of motherfuckers that be in there and shit like that, and they be fucking bidding off that shit. And Twitter friends is different. It's funny as fuck. And yeah, man, it's just like they're just amazing. And like I just love meeting people on Twitter because it's just a safe haven. It's great. I feel like it's like a no judge zone in Twitter. Instagram, it's like fucking shit.
Oh my gosh.
You can get the most negative shit on Instagram sometimes. Like I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
Instagram is simultaneously one of the best and worst apps ever.
Remember that one update and shit like they did? Motherfuckers was mad at, and then they
where they hit the likes?
Nah, it was the one where it was like it was only the one screen, but you had to slide over to go to the. It was quick as fuck. Instagram did that shit in literally 20 minutes. People was posting about that shit like, get it back right now.
Oh damn!
It was like literally an hour. They changed it back to the old way. Like we know now, but yeah, it was Instagram be fucking up.
Instagram do be fucking up.
Snapchat, I haven't been using that shit since fucking like sophomore year. Cause remember streaks and shit. Like,
I was about to ask, were you a person that had streaks?
Yes, I was, but I feel like I was consistent though. You know what I mean? But I wasn't a big thing like, oh my gosh, like it was one point I was like, oh yeah, it's like somebody do my streaks. I was like that. Right. But then after a while, I was like, man, fuck this, whatever. I was like fuck these streaks, bro. Because I'll be up because they had the little time shit like that. It'd be like 6 a.m. whatever, right? I'm about to get ready for school, and then it shows the shit. I'm like, man, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And then you have to tab like fucking 100 and some people like, oh that shit. I was like, nah, fuck that.
It to me, at first it was cool, but then it turned more into a task rather than something I enjoyed.
More so like an obligation.
Yeah. I didn't like it at all. So I think when I got to, the summer after my senior year, I was just like, fuck it, I just don't want to do these anymore.
Exactly.
And after I ended, like, my longest streak was with Lucas, and that shit was like 900 some days.
Damn.
And after that shit died, I was like, I ain't doing this shit no more. Everybody else had
at
to
that
go.
point, you just say fuck it.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. What is the point of
sending a random ass like picture to somebody just for just to get a day streak, like days, weeks, months, years?
Some people did like they take a black picture and put S, or they put streaks, and
or they do that little squiggle shit. I hated that, but yeah, man. Or like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Yeah, Snapchat. I go back here and there for Snapchat and shit like that because my shit got hacked way back.
Yeah.
And then I create a new one, and then I just go here and there. But I don't go in there. But Instagram, I go in there because I post my shit on there. But Twitter, I love Twitter. Twitter is my favorite.
Twitter is great. I gotta say one thing.
What's up?
Crazy shit happened this weekend, or no, this weekend.
Last weekend.
Fucking yesterday, actually.
Oh shit.
I'm slow as shit. So I'm at the mall, right? I don't know if she watching this, but I gave her the link to the podcast, so she might be watching. Look,
shit.
I'm at the mall. It's me, Lucas, and Lucas's little sister. And me and Lucas, we're pretty much family. We not blood, but at this point, we might as well just be blood.
At that point, yeah.
So we at the mall or whatever, and he went to the bathroom, and me and his sister standing outside just having a conversation.
Right.
And some girl walk up to me and tap me on the shoulder and like, hey, bro, I promise you for a second, I was like, yo, who the fuck is this woman? I looked her in the face. I was like, huh? And then it clicked. I matched with this girl on Tinder a year ago.
Oh, hell.
A year ago.
Gosh.
Right? But here's the crazy thing. We match. And she's cool as fuck. Not gonna lie.
Right.
We match and we FaceTimed a couple of times. We texted a couple of times.
Right.
Like she's mad cool. She mad cute or whatever. But it was just mad seeing her in person. I was shook.
Yo, I promise you, I hate Tinder. Tinder is fucking dumb as shit, bro. Like literally, I do it just for fun at this point because like I'll post certain shit. Like literally, I posted on like this week because I'll just re-download it and shit like that because I'll be like having like times like, well, fuck it, let me see what's going on.
Right.
Like, bro, I put in my bio or whatever. I was like, I ain't gonna cap, or I want to waste your time. So you can swipe left if dot. And then I said, I love conversations too. So
Yeah.
But I fucking hate Tinder. I hate it. And it's just like motherfuckers are like, or people that I know would tell me like, yeah, like oh, how you met this person? Like, oh, Tinder. Like, where the fuck are you meeting these people at, bro? Like, I hate it because, like, bro, like, I promise you, like, the one thing I hate is like when you swipe and stuff just like that, and it'd be rare when you see the match and shit like that because it take forever. And then like, listen, I know I'm like a good 7, whatever, right? But damn, you know what I mean?
I felt that.
Yeah, exactly. So then when you finally match with the person, be like, hey, they don't. It's not. It's like.
The conversation on Twitter is on Tinder is so weird.
It's so fucking weird.
It feels weird. It feels dry. It feels forced. I'm like, this is not how I get down. I don't know shit about you.
Oh my gosh.
And then they'd be like, yo, hit me with a pickup line. I suck at pickup lines. My pickup lines are fucking horrible.
Oh no.
So I'm just like, damn, my name is Lightning. You could be my McQueen. Like,
I'm good at bad pickup lines. Like because that's like I'm good at bad pickup lines. But then like if it's like I'm like I like to talk to people and then like over time get to know me and stuff like that. Then I started throwing jokes or just funny thing whatever. And then but I don't like throwing a joke like and then like I'm an awkward person, but like but still I just like damn. You know what I mean? Especially if they pray. I'm like, fuck. Because I still get shy. Don't get me wrong. Like, I might be one of the most energetic motherfuckers, but I can get.
You're shy as hell.
I still get shy to ladies, I'm fragile. But no, I do get shy sometimes, though. But, fucking hate Tinder. Bro, it was one point where I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I just downloaded all the dating apps and shit like that.
Oh, my God.
Bro, because, like, I was just bored one day. So... it was this one where I think it was called HUD or whatever, right?
HUD.
Yeah, HUD. I seen it on TikTok or some shit. He was like, oh, try HUD, whatever, right? Bro, that shit was different. Like, I think that's the name of it or whatever, wherever the fuck. But it was one of them, and it was like, you know how like you go through those things like, oh yeah, like, you know, are you male, female? Like, oh, male. Like, oh, are you interested? You know, interesting, whatever. This shit had so much like TMIs, like, bro, it was saying like, oh, what are you interested? Male, female, trans, other, couples, bi, lesbo couples, everything. Yes, everything. Not male, females, other, trans, whatever. All that.
Damn.
And then they had another feature where it showed your turn-ons, like your kinks.
Oh my god,
bro, it had fucking foot fetishes, dominatrix, pegging, fucking feather play, role play, heel play, wax play.
Oh my goodness. Wax play. The fuck?
It's a whole different thing. Bro, I felt like I was on Pornhub. Like I felt like I was
looking for a video.
Look, yeah, literally. That's how
feather play, wax play,
like
foot
fetish, bro. And it was so weird. And then like I was like, this shit was it was funny. And I was reading people's descriptions and shit like that. And then it was like, it was literal couples on there that was just like, oh shit. Like I was like, what the fuck? They're like, oh yeah, we're looking for another person who's interested in down. I was
saw that shit on Tinder,
bro.
Shit is weird.
Yeah, that shit is weird on Tinder.
Shit is weird,
bro. But yeah, man. But another funny thing when you go on Tinder too, I would say, it's like seeing somebody that you know on Tinder. I'm like, damn.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, damn, you lonely as hell too. You know,
you're lonely as hell.
You know
too.
what I do on purpose? I literally swipe right
on people you know,
people I know,
yep,
and see if we do match, just to text them like, damn, you lonely too. Just that's literally all, like literally that's all I do. Like that's the whole purpose of why I swipe right for people I know, just to text them like, oh shit.
Sometimes I swipe right on people I know just for that reason, but sometimes I low key be feeling them. So if they swipe back, I'm like, damn, yo.
Yeah, it could be different from high school.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, high school was a few years ago. I'm a new nigga now.
I'm a real man. I'm a real man now. You feel me?
Oh, look, man. I used to be Pinocchio, a real boy. No, I'm a real man. So what's up with it?
You feel me? Shit, we on different type time. You know what I mean? Man, stop playing with me, man. You know, it's funny. Like a lot of people always be saying like I do like the best impersonations, or like do like or like when I'm like telling stories and stuff like that. Because I can't like impersonate somebody when he's like, oh, like do this person. I'm like, oh no,
right?
Like no, bro. Like I had to say it. Like if I'm telling you a story, I'll tell the person. Like you know.
I heard it when he was talking about fucking Josh in the Snaggletooth.
Bro, like literally, people always say like, oh, how the hell? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a very like observant person, so I was like, you know, if I can't get down your like your voice, I'll do like the mannerisms like with you. Like sometimes like when I be seeing like for example like when we went to the party shit like that, I seen he's like, Quantre, what's up, man? How you feeling, man? Oh my god, you got the button up shirt. Yeah. Like that was a good one. Like you know what I mean? Like I'll get down your mannerisms and shit like that. But yeah, like I don't know. Or I'm like, yeah. It makes people laugh every time.
I mean, impressions are always funny as hell.
It's funny.
Impressions are always funny as hell. And then when you hear an impression yourself, your first thought is like, damn, that really do be me.
Shit, yeah. Yeah. But my one friend Dylan, he hates when I do him. He be like, "Yo, what's up?" Like all this other shit, and then like he be thinking I be making him sound dumb and stuff like that. Like, bro, you don't listen. I'm not trying to make you feel fucking dumb. I just like
it's just how you sound.
Yeah. If then people be, I'm like, yeah, you kind of sound like that. But yeah, bro, like, you know what I mean. I just love it. I love it. You know what I mean?
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
What's up?
I don't remember. Oh, but I did think of something when you said you was on HUD or whatever. Look, what is your opinion on foot fetishes?
Personally, I don't even like my own feet.
Yo, same.
I don't even like my own feet. I'm not going cap. So all my footers or whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? If you're into feet, to each his own. Y'all better than me. I cannot put my mouth on something that's been walking around and stinking ass shoes, working a 9 to 5 job, you know, wearing some socks that they probably haven't washed in like 5 days, and you know what I mean, just putting in your mouth, lint, crevice, and everything like that. Tasting like outdoors. tasting like hardwood right there. So
Hardwood.
I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if your feet are there's and I want to say this shit too. There's no such thing as a pretty foot. I refuse to believe that shit. And you would say some shit like that.
Okay, wait. I don't like feet at all, right? But I do gotta say some people got pretty feet.
I don't believe that shit.
Some people So you know how people got nice hands, right?
Right.
How they got like soft palms or whatever,
hands,
and like
yeah.
there's lotion and like well manicured and shit. Some people just got like I never like put a foot near my face, near my mouth, nor nothing.
Right.
But some people got that nice smooth foot,
That
like
succulent foot.
this succulent. You know, with the white nail polish.
Yeah.
Look, I always hear if she got white toenail polish, she gonna ruin your life.
Shit, that is true. I feel like you're literally just confessing that you have a foot fetish. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, I don't judge. This is a safe place.
It's a safe place. I cannot do feet. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is. They like nah.
I was thinking about like maybe.
I've seen people put a foot in their mouth, and I'm like, how?
I don't know.
Like how? Like what compels you to do that? And what about that activity gets you going?
And that's my concept of thing. Like I don't judge, but like I always wonder. Like I always like trying to analyze people's minds and like understand their minds as like what gets you so turned on by a foot?
Right.
Like what does the human foot attracts you and makes you just you know what I mean?
I would never in my life, like if a girl was like, yo, suck my toes, I'm gonna get up and leave. I'm gonna get up and leave.
What if it's the baddest joint that you like, you know what I mean?
Look, if Zendaya came out to me
oh shit, like, yeah, Zendaya
and pulled out, bro, I'm sucking Zendaya's toes on God.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have to. Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm saying no to that.
Every man on earth would be an honor to be close to Zendaya.
Oh yeah,
they will be like, I would do that shit in a heartbeat.
Look, you want to know the craziest thing ever?
What's up?
I remember this vividly. I was talking to one of my guys. Right, this had to be freshman year of high school.
Right, and
I was telling him how I thought Zendaya was the most attractive person on earth. He was like, yeah, she's all right, but I think Bella Thorne's better.
Oh, okay.
We almost bro, we almost fought right there and then. Cause how you gonna look me dead in the face and be like, yeah, I prefer Bella Thorne. Like, not to put women against each other, they both beautiful. However, it's Zendaya, bro.
Yeah,
it is Zendaya Marie motherfucking Coleman.
Damn, nigga, you know the whole government.
Look, when I tell you I'm meant to marry Zendaya, like that is one of my personality traits,
bro.
If like, so
I want that to happen. I'm manifesting that towards your life. I want you to at least meet Zendaya.
Oh, that it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
I know. Emerson, they have this thing where it's like you submit some photos or whatever and give a little bio about yourself.
Right.
And every single bio about myself, in everything, they say, "What do you like?" I say Zendaya. That's what I like. I like Zendaya. I let every woman I'm ever interested in know, look, I love you and you're amazing. But if Zendaya came up to me right now, I would leave you in a heartbeat. If she was like, yo, let's be with me, bro, you could raise the kids yourself. I'm gone.
Married and all.
Look, it's just, she's just the epitome of perfection.
Damn, the
epitome of perfection. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know why I feel so strongly about her, but it was just something about like the way she shook it up. I mean,
the way she shook it up, man. That shit. She's very beautiful. Very beautiful.
She rocked my heart for sure. Oh man.
Damn.
Woo. Yeah. Well, it is an hour and 43 minutes. I usually do wrap up around like an hour and 30, but I felt like we was floating this episode.
We was flowing, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you having me on here, especially, for a long time and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. Everything that you have here is beautiful. I'm proud of you, you know what I mean?
Appreciate that, man.
We known each other for like a little bit of time. It's just like,
I think it's cool when you know somebody for a little bit of time And then you sit down and have a conversation with them because you realize how much stuff you have in common with that person.
Exactly. And you know what I mean? I see a lot of you and me.
Yo, I was thinking that the whole time we was talking.
But yeah, man, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? I'm glad that, you know, you got me on the show and shit like that. I wish you could have been on my show. You know what I mean?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen eventually.
In season 2 and stuff like that.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. Random Thoughts with Quantre Johnson. You know what's going on.
You know what the fuck going on.
I'm going to need you to give the viewers, I have all my guests do this, give them a song. Or like, because I have a playlist on Spotify.
Right.
Talks with Ken playlist. You know, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And I have all my guests give song recommendations.
Oh my gosh. I have a perfect one for you. It is Sweet and I Thought You Wanted to Dance by Tyler, the Creator.
I love that song.
You love that song?
I love that song.
I
love that whole album.
That album's beautiful.
Yeah.
But Sweet and I Thought You Wanted to Dance is definitely something I've been vibing to for the past, like, ever since it dropped. Like, I thought you want, because it gives like a more, like, the first, like, song, Sweet, is just like, you shook it. He's so sweet. You know, and then Brett fights, ooh, girl. You feel me? And then, like, thought, like, what makes you think? It's like a reggae song. Like,
yeah.
At first, I wasn't really feeling it, but then, like, and then it just grew on me. It's just, I thought you wanted to dance. I thought you wanted to dance.
Yeah, they gonna be vibing out to that one.
Exactly. Like, so that'd be my song. You feel me?
Got you. You got socials you want to shout out?
Of course. So, you know, if you can, follow me at Quantre, QUANTRE.J. Just like that. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, tune in to my show, Random Thoughts with Quantre Johnson, every Friday. You know, tune in at midnight.
Yes, sir.
Also got a videography, you know, cue the lights, you know, if you ever need anything shot, anything. I do music videos, commercials, fucking video, anything. Just hit me up. You feel me? And I also do photography too. Oh yeah, my personal hype man shit. If you have, listen, you ever go to a fucking, I'm just doing a little commercial.
Go ahead, go crazy.
You ever go to a lame ass party? You think the shit's dry? You think the shit just like, oh, he's not there? Listen, hire me. Ask about me.
Ask about him.
I'll bring the Hawaiian rules. Don't even worry about it. That's all I'm going to say.
You brought the Hawaiian rolls.
Yes.
I was wondering how the fuck the Hawaiian rolls got there.
Bro, I know you the time and this shit. Like, I can tell you the little backstory.
Go crazy.
So, boom. So, it's a concept every time when every party I go to, I always bring Hawaiian rolls. So, it was one incident that happened when it was one of my first get-togethers at my apartment and shit like that. And then my friend, you know, got drunk as hell. Mm-hmm. And then we were trying to get him right. I was like, hold on, bro, I gotta find something. So then I ran to the kitchen, right? And then I looked up, I seen a wine rolls, right? Because, like, when you drinking alcohol and shit like that, you need something to absorb all that stuff like that. You're not going to give a motherfucker bread and stuff like that. That's weird.
Right.
But I was like, damn, a wine roll. So I gave it to him and shit like that. And then he was sitting on the couch chilling and vibing and shit like that. He was like, bro, these shits slap. Whatever, right? And I had one. I was like, damn, these shits motherfucking busting.
They do hit.
And then ever since then, it got him right and stuff like that. Because if you go to a party, you're not going to be questioning like who brought the Hawaiian rolls. It's always like, oh, bro, you brought fucking Hawaiian rolls. Because when you drunk as hell and you eat Hawaiian rolls, that's like amazing.
It's a beautiful experience.
It's like it's on times 10, and then you sobering up too.
Yeah,
you feel me? So it's a whole concept behind the Hawaiian rolls. And then, like, I think the last party I went to, the keg party, I actually got questioned by two people like, oh, and they asked me to come, I tell them. That was the first time ever. But any other party, you know, like with us, you know, niggas love Hawaiian rolls. They don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I eat Hawaiian rolls any time of the day. They just they hit different for some reason.
They hit different. But yeah, that's the whole concept. But yeah, man, just, you know, keep supporting my boy Kendall, you feel me? Like, he has a beautiful thing going on, man. Keep going, you know what I mean? You keep going what you doing, everything like that. Because, you know, regardless of the bullshit that happens in life or anything like that, tragedies, whatever, keep going.
Thanks.
Don't stop. Don't let people tell you anything different, shit like that, you feel me? And, you know, I appreciate you for having me a part. I feel blessed. I feel honored for you.
I feel honored having your presence on my podcast.
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you for that. You know, it really means a lot. You know what I mean? I try to be humble and stuff like that. You know, give my endeavors to those, who actually passionate about it. You know, who's actually doing this shit and stuff like that. So, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, my brother.
No problem, man.
This has been episode 17 of Talks with Ken. I'm Ken, and I'm done talking.